Test, 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 test.
Test, test, test. There we go. Test. I sound better when the earlier setting.
Yeah. No, you were all good. Michigan fans, Michigan women's hockey is live and on the air. is, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here on the campus of the University of Massachusetts-Amherst, where it is your Michigan women's hockey team taking on UMass for the second game in 2 days. It's the second game of a 3-game road trip, as Michigan will be at Rhode Island tomorrow. That will be a 9:20 game. So we'll have that in the morning. But right now, coming up as we're counting down, it is Michigan versus UMass. And this is a team that tied Michigan yesterday as Michigan came out to the lead. Happened in the second as Hansen scored in the second to put Michigan up 1-0. Then at 13-12 in the third, it was Swanson getting on the scoreboard. Michigan had the 2-0 lead. Then at 9:02, UMass scored as Dunn chipped the lead to 2-1, and then it was Evans with a goal at 3:20 that tied it up. We went to a 3-on-3 overtime, but to no avail. It was a tie. The stats have not gotten put in for today, so no big changes on the stats because the score sheet hasn't gotten put in as of yet. But if we do take a look at just a couple items here, Michigan is going to have a couple different starters today. As we take a look, it's going to start with left wing is Swanson, center is Garbady, and right wing is Bobby. The defense is going to be both Katie German and Izzy German, and then in goal is going to be Schiff. So taking a look at Schiff and what she's done, if we switch over to our goalie look here, she has played 2 games. She's won 2 games. She has a 1 goal against average and a .962 save percentage. So Schiff has played very, very well, and we hope that continues today. Taking a look at the starting lineups for UMass. Again, things just a little different, at least at the goalie. So Zhou is starting at one wing, Sparrow at center, Dunn at the other wing. Then it's Roche at one defensive side, Little, who played all over the place at the other defensive side. And then it is going to be Honan between the pipes. Honan, when taking a look here, has played 3 games, 1 win, 2 loss, 3.18 goals against average, and an .890 save percentage. So we'll see exactly what that turns into as far as what it happens in the game. How was the team as far as last night? Any ill effects from the tie or anything, or everyone in still pretty good mood? And
Yeah, we had a nice dinner, long walk to the restaurant, and they took great care of us. We had a lot of parents at an area, and the team had a separate room. It was really nice. I think it's Fritzy Witzy or something.
Nice.
But it was good.
Actually, here, I'll let you talk. Let me tell them the lines.
Okay. Yeah, it was a good, nice meal, good positive attitude. We got a couple people dinged up a little bit, and we were trying to figure out, things like how to keep a lead. But yeah, it was good. Everybody got up this morning, had a kind of an exciting bus ride. We were headed the wrong direction. We worked that out, got here a little late once we got through the police lineup for a lacrosse tournament. But we're here, and we're going to bring the boom, as Coach Bill would say. Right now, Mark is passing along the information about our starters, the inside information to the broadcasters for the UMass student group. We have our EMTs here. I think today we have five.
We don't need them, but,
right,
yeah,
5 EMTs. It's a
Holy
famous rink for needing EMTs. Can't get a trainer, but they do have EMTs. And I think they're all trainees. They all look 12. I know I'm getting
either that
older.
or we're old. So.
I am getting old, yeah. Yeah, so the attitude was good. We had a lot of parents in the hotel, and
Nice.
Nobody wants to tie, but it was a good game. It wasn't a coulda, woulda, shoulda. We just have to learn how to preserve a lead and not get too happy.
It's not easy on the road. I mean, long trip, and you just fly in that day,
right,
and
yeah, and everything's nothing's easy. even finding our way everywhere has been challenging and stuff. But we're going to focus on. I try not to sound like a broken record, but we're going to focus on all these shots we're taking that aren't hitting the net. We're going to really try. We're going to even track all shots, so that we get an idea of how many we're missing. We're going to really, really, really focus. One of the number one rules of a defenseman is not to have your shot blocked, and we're doing too much of that. We're shaking things up a little bit by putting in a different twiner and see if we can spark the team. Sometimes that helps with a spark. This is wide ice.
Yes.
There's a lot of, it's not Olympic, but it's wider. We're going to try to find that space. And we can pass it hard and tape to tape. We've just got to do it. We do it in practice. We got to do that and find that space, especially coming out of the corners or going in wide and then crash the net. So there's been a lot of talk, a lot of focus. We haven't had any downtime. People are trying to sneak in some studies, but we've been so much on the go that it's been pretty hockey focused. So hopefully that'll help second day.
As you said, it's crazy out here. They have a huge lacrosse tournament happening.
Yeah.
They have a whole bunch of folk here, and lucky we got hotels.
And we're a bit away, and I think we're high end this time. Fortunately, it's a nice place for we don't have any lacrosse players in it, but even just getting through the lines, it helps to have a bus. But then you got to get a bus parked.
Yeah,
I would not want to drive a bus in the East Coast out here because the road and everything's so tight. But he's managed.
Well, that's a good thing as we're counting down here to tip off, as we will get going in just a little bit.
And a big shout out to our team mom. Tribs' mom just delivered a kegger of coffee to me. I need to have some go juice when I'm trying to stay fired up, but I might be over the top by the fourth period.
There you go. Fair enough. We are getting ready, counting down, and we'll play a little bit of music, and we'll get going in just a moment here. Now the national anthem. We are about to get going here. Again, the starting lineups for Michigan, a little different as it is Swanson at one wing, Garbady at center, and Bobby at the other wing. The defenders stayed the same, Izzy German and Katie German, and Schiff between the pipes. On the other side, it is Zhao at one wing and Dunn at the other. Sparrow in the middle. It's Roche on defense as well as Little. And then it's Honan between the pipes. So a little different lineup, two different goalies for each of these teams. And we're getting ready to go, Michigan trying to pull out a win. They didn't lose yesterday, but they didn't win, and they would love to get a big win here.
Try to keep that streak going. We're undefeated, and I believe it is 7 games, but ties aren't going to do us any good to get the Nationals.
Indeed. Yep, 7 games because it was the first game we lost and haven't since then. But it is never easy to play on the road, especially a big, long road trip. And this UMass team has a lot of pride. They're well coached, they're fast, and they're not going to make it easy on Michigan.
Yep. What he said.
As that comes up, trying to pull it in along the near board, Swanson picked it up, and along these near boards, Garbady trying to send it all the way across. Coming down is Bobby. Bobby gains his own. Bobby, top of the far circle, that deflects over. Garbady sends it back to the far point to Izzy German. And comes into the far corner. Now, Tribb's putting a lineup with a veteran with Swanson, but two first-year players out in front. And Garbady, speaking of Garbady and Bobby, I'm assuming that's just a testament to how hard those players have played.
Oh, absolutely.
And earned that spot there.
And they actually...
There's a shot by Bobby that just goes wide.
They came out in the second period yesterday and started the second period. Usually starters start.
Indeed.
And just were on fire. So they thought, well, we earned it.
Holding it in.
They earned it. So and they're all over them. They're in this end. This is exactly what we need. Beating them to pucks.
As that puck on the far side of the goal, trying to fire it in. That sticked away by Honan. Comes over back. Katie German able to hold it in. As, boy, that was a heck of a job, but now it's pulled out. Coming the other direction is Little. Fires it ahead. Joe has it. Now
here comes Izzy
German. Oh, that got deflected in along.
Same thing as yesterday.
Now Katie German trying to fire it ahead. Intercepted again, bringing it in is Evans. Evans, who had the game-tying goal yesterday with a shot and a good save there by Schiff. 18:33 left to go here in the first.
We also talked about trying to put a puck on the net rather than try to accomplish 2 or 3 defensemen on our offensive moves and have them, they're facing the wrong direction and just put it on net and rush the net. We got people going there.
Puck outside the near circle, trying to get into it is Pearson, trying to dig it out of there. O'Neill there as well. As Carr battling as that puck into the near corner. Gustafson sends it all the way around. Gargiulo has it in along the far boards. Gargiulo chips it ahead as that puck.
Had no idea where it was.
Right in front of the UMass bench. It kind of got sneaky there as Hung trying to knock it away. Now Gargiulo down over on the near boards, bringing it ahead is Gustafson. Gustafson gains his own. Outside the near circle, drop pass over to Hansen. Hansen.
There we go. That's what we want right there.
Shot.
There you go.
And covered up by Honan.
Good. That's what we're talking about. She's cutting across, making a goalie move. Goalies don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Anytime they have to move, it's a pain. So you make them move and get them out of position, open some holes. Gargiulo's got a lot of family here today. We'd like to see her get one, too. I know she's got her parents and her grandparents. So
as that goes in, and I also want to thank the Gargiulos for a very, very generous donation they sent us. I appreciate that.
That's off.
So also the Cummings last week, and lots of amazing folks helping support us in our goal to bring as many of these games to you as we can.
We got a 2-referee system again. This time we do have a female ref. That's great.
Indeed. Face-off just outside the zone. Malashevsky in to take the face-off versus Arguin. Now fired in by McGough. Battle for it in along the far boards. That comes all the way back. Arguin trying to get to it. That's sent right back into the neutral zone. Picked up by Little, who fires it back deep. Ferris chases it back behind her own goal. 17-18 left to go here in the first, as Michigan gets it back into the neutral zone, sitting right at center ice. Trying to tip it back in was UMass as they chase Arguin into the near corner. Trying to pull that away is McGough, going from the near side to the far side. McGough coming down the far boards.
Nice fake. She faked that pass and went to the boards.
Trying to send it ahead. Bennett knocking it down. Now gathered up. Ferris down the near boards.
Boom, boom.
Banks it, bringing it in. Here comes Hansen. Hansen trying to work her way through traffic and just knocked off of the puck, but a beautiful job getting
bad
it in.
Boards.
And
look at that.
Front. Loose, still loose on the near boards. That comes all the way back. Cummings trying to hold it in. Michigan does hold it in. McGough at the far point. Loose, top of the far circle. Now Flazar trying to race and get it. Little coming down the other direction. Chipped back, loosed in along the near boards. Little trying to fire it back deep. Puck picked up by Katie German.
They're flying today.
As that comes all the way back, icing waved off is picking it up in the far corner. Roche, now Flazar.
Right front.
Fired out in front, that loose.
Up in the air,
puck,
over.
Up is trying to get to it, comes back, as you said, right over the top of the crossbar. Izzy German holds it in. She takes a shot, then deflects outside the near circle. Sparrow trying to get it out of the zone. Now coming over, Joe. That tipped back away by Izzy German, right back into the UMass end. Gathering it up back over there and along the end boards.
They're not picking up that trailer coming in late. If we can get it out to them. Our forecheck is pressuring them.
Garbady outside the near circle. Katie German trying to hold it in. Now racing ahead. Here comes Joe. Joe gains the zone. Joe
Good
on
job.
the far circle.
Kelsey started playing D.
Absolutely. Great job by Swanson to make it difficult. Garbady knocks it into the neutral zone. O'Neill has it at her own blue line. Sends it down the near boards.
Wow, this is going to be some game.
Absolutely. Garbady trying to get to it in along the end boards. That's sent outside the near circle. Now holding it in. Mavrakis.
Whoa, right to the head.
Here comes Garbady. Garbady on the near circle. Garbady shot loose out in front as that deflects all the way back.
That was like a pass, a shot to pass. Nice try. Not much room.
As Gargiulo gets it over to Katie German, she fires it in. Michigan goes as Hung trying to keep it in. Good job by Hung as she chips it in along the end boards.
She was shot out of a cannon.
Absolutely. Hung battling as Gordon now trying to heel it off of the end boards. Puck comes outside the near circle. Gustafson.
Nice pinch. Nice
trying
pinch.
To hold it in.
Rip
Hung
it. Rip
now.
it.
High slot. Drop pass over to Gargiulo. Now Gustafson. There's a shot from the near circle saved by Onan. Into the near corner it goes. And puck gathered up. Here comes UMass down the near boards. That is Dustin. Dustin sends it into the near corner, chasing it there. Dustin in along the end boards. 14-14 left to go here in the first. As the shots on goal on the big board are pretty impressive. 7-1, Michigan with the lead. As Coach Ned has 5-1. So here comes Carr. Trying to work her way through as
nothing.
She gets
Yeah, there we
caught
go.
a defender, and it's going to be a penalty upcoming.
Interference. She had her looking at the puck between her legs, and Sam went right through her.
A little bit of a nutmeg there.
So we had a situation where we had a forward gotten through with 4 people. She didn't take the shot. If she might have taken the shot, it would have bounced off a rebound to where she was going. That's what we've got to do instead of having no shot. we get a shot and then make a goalie move. These are the little things that we're really working on. Because we have people who are blessed with fantastic hands, much better hands than I would ever had. And you just, sometimes when you've got those great hands, you just always want to make that last move.
Lindahl gets it outside the near circle. Manganaro is in the box. Carr chasing it. That's in along the end boards. Malashevsky pinned there, picked up back behind. Coming down the near boards is Gromko. As that held in now. Drop pass back over to Lindahl. Lindahl puts it in along the end boards as Malashevsky battling there. Puck outside the near circle. Lindahl with it. Back to Malashevsky. Malashevsky right along the goal line. Malashevsky.
We need to convert here. This is our numbers are good.
High slot. Ferris. That goes just wide to the far side. Gathered up back in the far corner as Carr battling for it. Now Carr has it right in along the end boards.
Get Mandy to take that shot on the other side, on blocker side. It might go.
1 minute, 7 seconds left to go in the power
There's
play.
a rebound.
Backhanded as that goes right through the crease. Picked up and along the far boards as Carr has it. Now that brought back, trying to make a move is Malashevsky. Back to Carr in the far corner.
This is the original power play still out
Carr
there, too.
Out to Ferris. Ferris holding it in. Well, hopefully the pressure makes their defenders get tired.
Yep, here we go. Got room.
Arguin trying to knock it out, and that right up into their bench, so they'll get a change on that.
So will we.
41 seconds left in the power play for Michigan. 12:37 left in the first here at Mullins Center on the campus of UMass. Second of 3 games here on an East Coast swing. Cummings in to take the faceoff versus Shapiro. Now Gargiulo drops it back. High slot coming in. Katie
Don't
German.
block.
Oh, with a shot.
Player took
again.
it to the mask.
Boy, that was...
that's giving it up.
Yeah, no doubt. That's Shapiro sacrificing her body for the team. You got to appreciate that. Katie German holding it in at the near point. Now it slips out.
Finally
Michigan in
out.
a foot race. Speaking of Shapiro, she's trying to get back. Katie German with good position.
Oh, trailer.
Shapiro gets it into the far corner. Now Williams, who has some speed, in along the end boards.
All by herself.
8 seconds left to go in the power play as that will shot there, and Schiff will knock it into the far corner. So Michigan's power play will expire. So they got a couple shots on goal, but nothing making its way in. 11:50 left to go here in the first as UMass back to full strength. We just about got pucked to the face there.
Yeah, nice dump.
As all the way in, Little puts it into the far corner, trying to swing it around was Roche. Gargiulo holding it in at the far point. That slips past as Michigan will have to reset that puck over to Katie German. Katie German trying to fire it right back in. Into the far corner it goes. Bennett with it there. Outside the far circle.
Nice
Dunn
setup.
with it. Now trying to grab
Rip it,
it.
Sam.
Here
Rip
comes
it,
Carr.
please.
In the high slot shot that just goes high. She had a defender with a stick in the way as well, lifting her stick. Here's a shot from the far point.
She's down and moving. Let's finish it.
11:07 left to go. That puck comes in along the near boards, trying to chip it out. Ferris able to pinch as Gordon chases the puck. Now Hung trying to get to it in the far corner.
You can see
before
their defensemen are really frustrated on their breakout. They're starting to shrug their shoulders.
Trying to come in. There's Gordon with a shot. That got...
Tried to get her with the off-speed pitch.
Indeed. 10:46 left to go.
Woo! Well, there's still plenty of good seats. We only have 4 rows of seats, but we can squeeze you in if you're within 30 minutes, 50 minutes.
Forgive me, I just we had a little overlay up there that was causing some issues. Forgive me, we just took that off. As that all the way back, Gustafson has it at her own blue line. 10:38 left to go here.
We're playing it in the right end, but you know what? We've got to put something on the board. That's
There's
what we're talking about. Right behind her. Oh, my gosh.
How did that not go in? Honan getting it and pulling it together is, boy, that was...
Caught us on our backhand rolling puck.
Yeah, that went right through the crease. She saved
formulas.
it to the near side. It just, Michigan couldn't get it in the open net there.
And we teach not to stop. You've got to stop at the red goal line so that you can get that kind of play, even if you're going super fast. You don't want to just skate by.
As coming down the far boards, that chip back, Lindahl with it. Trying to knock it away as that comes into the Michigan zone. Now, Loose right in front of the Michigan bench. That slips right back behind the Michigan goal. 10-11 left to go here in the first. Hansen in her own zone. Moves it over to Gargiulo. Gargiulo trying to get it to Malashevsky. Is that tip back? Malashevsky chasing it. Icing
She
wave
beat him.
off.
Oh, trailer, look at Lucy.
Malashevsky outside the far
That's
circle.
that I'm
Gets it to
talking about.
Hansen. Top of the far circle. Hansen.
Good for her.
Shot out
Shot.
in front. Trying to get to it. Loose and along the end boards. 9:47 left to go.
Worst nightmare is we have all these shots and all this end zone,
Ride time.
Ride time, yeah, and they get one.
So that'll be icing and head right back into the UMass zone. 9:38 left to go here. Face off in the far face-off circle. That's going to be to Honen's left. As that puck shot from the far point, coming into the near corner with it. And pulled back as Lazar trying to chase it, pinned in along the end boards. Now, still trying to dig it outside of the near circle.
Really putting the pressure on their D.
O'Neal back behind as now that
Look at that forecheck.
Held in as it slips right back behind the goal.
F3 reading that play and jumping in there, alley. Oh. Good reach, good reach. Ooh.
Tipped in along the far boards as Dustin tried to get it in, and that knocked away. Down the near boards. Here comes Williams. Williams with speed. Williams comes in as there's a
referee
collision right
skates
around the
in
boards.
the air.
As, the official down on the ice. We hope they're all right.
You don't like to see those blades flying around.
No. Bounces in along the near boards. Picked up. Here comes Dilla. Or, excuse me, is that Bobby? Bobby Gates' zone. Tipped away. Now racing ahead with it. Arguin had it. That fired
nice
by Swanson
pass.
Coming in.
There we go on net.
Is right on net, and that covered up.
Good pass, Kelsey. Nice hard pass, tape to tape. A lot of step, lot of energy, a lot of jump. We're on our toes. That's good to see. Just need to be rewarded. Little puck luck here.
Absolutely. As the puck comes to the near point, 8:21 left to go. I thought I pulled the graphic out of there. There it goes. Okay. So that puck comes
far side, wide
down,
ice, wide ice.
Racing in, firing it all the way back deep was Karlstein. Is again someone who she's from northern Michigan and has played with a number of these Michigan players. That comes right back out, fired in as UMass has to touch up. Scoreless so far here. Michigan with a lead in shots as that's going to go all the way down, and that will be icing.
Oh my God.
7:49 left to go here in the first. Scoreless up on the big board. 15 shots on goal for Michigan, 2 for UMass, but still 0-0 up on the big board.
They're really doing a nice job of trying to feel good about their shots because I don't have 15, but whatever.
We'll take it.
I'm multitasking, so.
Little trying to fire it. Schiff kicks it right back behind as that puck into the far corner. UMass controls there. Is trying to cycle it around.
Making me nervous.
Now Little puts it back to the far point. Fired back deep by Roche. In along the end boards. Now comes outside the far circle. Hung trying to get it out of the zone. Roche holds it in. Gordon chasing it. Now battle in the far corner as McGough trying to dig it out of there. Still digging as 4 players trying to poke it out of there, trying to lever it around. Holding it in, Sparrow gets it right back as that deflected right back behind the Michigan goal. Gathered up there.
There you go. Smart bounce. Get a bounce.
Right off the glass into the neutral zone. Little battling for it. Little has it at her own blue line. Little caused issues for Michigan yesterday. High quality defender. That's got to be icing. As they wave it off.
Ooh.
Picked up back behind. Trying to pull it around as Schiff has to cover it up. As that came from back behind the goal right out in front.
Oh, that's why she gets the moniker quick as a cat from me, because she was on a pipe and they had somebody in the blue trying to plant that.
6:47 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. O'Neal in to take the face off. On the other side is Gordon. That's to the left of Schiff in the Michigan zone. And puck bringing it ahead is Carr. Carr
Good.
Firing
Dump
it back
and
deep
chase.
into the far corner.
Oh.
As
No.
official had a different view than we did.
Yeah.
That'll come all the way back into the Michigan zone on an ice.
You're so diplomatic.
Face-off again in the near face-off circle. O'Neill and Gordon as that face-off dropped. Well, it's got to be difficult to have just two officials trying to cover this entire sheet of ice.
Well, I'll tell you what, they're getting a workout.
Yeah.
Because they're covering a lot of zone.
Here it comes coming down as Gustafson trying to get it away. O'Neill holding it in. O'Neill outside the near circle gets it to Evans. Top of the near circle shot there. Schiff knocks it away.
Oh,
Loose
looking
as boy,
behind.
that went right back behind the goal. Trying to knock it away into the far corner now. Trying to control it there is Dustin. Puck, top of the far circle, shot there, and Schiff able to cover it up.
Well, they're starting to get shots now. We got to figure that out.
As UMass has definitely taken a little bit more control the last minute and a half and kept it down in the Michigan zone. Face-off is going to be to Schiff's right in the far face-off circle. Malashevsky in versus Arguin. At top of the far circle, comes right back. Sending it around is Katie German, gathered up. Here comes Hansen. Hansen gains the zone. Hansen, top of the near circle. Hansen going into the near corner. Hansen trying to get away from pressure back there is Little battling Hansen. Puck in along the end boards now. Trying to dig it out of there. Still battling, still trying to get that crowbar going.
Yeah, this is where the refs get a rest. They just let it sit against the boards.
As that comes all the way back, Katie German right at center. As that comes down the near boards, Hansen able to fire it in deep. Honan puts it right back behind, gathered up down the far boards. Held in at the far point is trying to dig it out of there. Puck picked up in along the far boards as Little into the far corner. Little going from the near side to the far side. That comes all the way down the near boards.
Good
as
breakout.
UMass gets it now. Dilla trying to pull it away at center ice. Here comes Hansen. Hansen outside the far circle.
Yeah, good.
Covered up by Honan. 5 minutes left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. Was the scoreless first period as well yesterday. Just to make our lives a little bit more stressful.
How many more platinum hairs?
So we appreciate you for joining us before a little afternoon football. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Now they're going to have Cummings leave the face-off circle.
Oh, they're pulling her. That doesn't happen very often.
That does not happen. And we don't see it. I see it a lot more in high school hockey than at the Michigan level. Underneath the near circle, trying to pull that away. Now Ferris holds it in at the near point. And along the end boards, that comes all the way back out into the far corner. Shapiro trying to knock it the other direction. Little into the near corner with it. Chasing that puck. And trying to get it out of there is Balerna. Balerna gets it right to the near point, but Ferris puts it back deep.
Hot dasher.
There's Flazar into the near corner.
Now we got to get back. Good job,
neutral
Katie.
Zone. Cummings moves it back over, and there is a interference call.
Rhea? Oh, Ferris.
So Ferris will go in for interference.
Mad Dog. Did not see it. Probably when it started to break out, she tied somebody up. Can't blame her for that.
4:21 left to go here in the first. Michigan shorthanded. First penalty kill of the game for Michigan. O'Neill trying to take the faceoff in the near faceoff circle. Michigan gets it out, and that slips back into the neutral zone. Racing back over to get that is Roche. Roche in along the near boards, but good job by Gordon to tie it up as that goes right back behind the goal. Little has it there. Cumming puts it in along the near boards. Now O'Neill rockets it all the way through center. Dustin gains his own in along the far boards. Is Izzy German trying to tip that away. Into the far corner it goes. Pulling it back is Pearson. Pearson, high slot, now moved over top of the far circle.
Oh, man.
And it goes in. As I'm not sure that Schiff saw that coming.
No, she guessed down, and it was bar down. I don't think she ever saw it.
That's going to be Dustin who picks up the goal.
You know, that's I've got 6 shots for them and 13 for us, but I was just going to say this is what we've really been focusing on is our PK because it's not up to snuff for us. And they got a good one. Oh.
So that was a shot from the point, screened and tipped out in front as Little took the shot and able to get on top of it and tip it in there was Dustin as that puck comes back, and it's now UMass 1-0. They have the lead here.
We've got to show how we respond to these ups and downs, and this is a great time to answer quickly because we were carrying play till the penalty in the last couple minutes.
Puck slips all the way back into Michigan. Jones trying to chip it away is Gustafson. Battle at the far point, now coming ahead with it. Gargiulo puts it back. Gustafson down the near boards, now trying to avoid pressure back there by Joe. In along the far boards, Lindahl, that control back as Little puts it all the way through. It looks like Michigan could have almost intercepted, but back Joe outside the near circle. Now Sparrow in along the end boards. Lifted all the way into the far corner with 2:52 left to go here in the first. 1-0. UMass with the lead, and that slips back into the neutral
game
zone.
of inches.
Evans moves it down the far boards, ricochets it there. Sparrow trying to get it in deep. Knocked right back into the neutral zone. Battle for it there. Step back as Dunn goes from the far side to the near side, fires it in, and it slips right back behind Schiff. Gustafson fires it along the far boards. Bobby picks it up there, going from the far side to the near side. Bobby trying to move it over.
She's going to go through people.
And knocked back, held in, top of the far circle. Here comes Malashevsky. Malashevsky
kick pass.
Trying to get it out. She's pinned there. Is Joe not allowing it to get out of there. Knocked down Hansen down the near boards, but put right back in by
got a
Manganaro.
Missing a glove.
Manganaro fires it in. She has a missing her glove on her right hand. Now she gets that back. Puck down the near boards, fired ahead.
Share, guys, share.
Tipped by Michigan. Now brought in by Swanson. Swanson outside the near circle. Puck goes into the near corner. Manganaro had it there. Now outlet pass racing in is Gromko. Has it knocked right back behind, trying to fire it out in front. The puck into the far corner.
Well, they've managed to carry the momentum.
Gromko with it. 1 minute, 25 seconds left to go. UMass has a lot more shots on goal in the last couple minutes than they had the whole entire rest of the first period.
Yeah. And I got to say that shot that was the goal was a great shot. I mean, that was a laser bar down through a crowd.
1:17 left to go here in the first. 1-0. UMass with the lead. Now, the good and bad thing about it is Michigan has been down early in a number of games and has been able to come back. But they did focus on getting the early lead. And not happening today, though.
Well, we saw the blueprint for how to do it yesterday, so a little payback here doing it to them.
Goff into the near corner of her own zone with 1 minute, 2 seconds left to go in the first. 1-0 is the lead for UMass. The puck into the far corner. Shapiro trying to dig it out of there and get it out front. 53 seconds left to go.
We got to beat them to pucks, though.
Again, a quartet trying to dig it off of the dasher there.
I don't love this rule.
Trying to pull it out. Malashevsky gets it. Malashevsky puts it all the way down the ice. Now coming in.
Between a referee and the snow at the doors, that's a tough play.
As Lindahl trying to keep it in at the far point. She's battling 3 different UMass players. That pops back out into the neutral zone. 24 seconds left to go.
Get a shot.
That puck comes in along the end boards. Little has it there. She sweeps it into the far corner. Now trying to lift it in. Michigan able to hold it.
KG.
Now coming in, there's a shot by Malashevsky that got deflected out with 8 seconds left to go. Izzy German waits for everyone to touch up. Now over to Katie German. Back to Izzy German, and that will do it for the first. As taking the 1-0 lead into the first intermission is UMass.
I had 13 shots for us and 6 for them, but who knows?
So that's something that Michigan outshot UMass, but still UMass gets the important first goal, and they have the 1-0 lead. Michigan's going to have to come back. What's Michigan have to do to get some of these shots in?
Yeah, you removed the
Yeah,
graphic
yeah,
from
we
the
got
screen.
it. Yep,
Thanks.
yep.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Your question was, what do we got to do?
To get some of these shots to convert.
Well, we got to have them all on net.
Yep.
We just got to bear down and finish. I mean, they're doing a great job of not letting us walk around anybody. Nobody's walking in alone. So you got to shoot through them, use them as a screen, and then have somebody, the person shooting and a trailing forward, crash in the net. Everybody's got to go to the net. You got to take away our eyes, and you've just got to pepper with shots. You know, you're in position on the first shot. You're only paid to make the first save.
Yep.
So the second, third, fourth, hopefully they're out of position and you can start finding holes. You just got to get back to basics. That's what it is. You got to believe. I mean, we outshot them, so we should outscore them.
So the theory goes anyway. Is we'll keep our fingers crossed. Well, we'll step away for just a little bit of music here, and then we will be back with your ACHA scoreboard report, and then the second period. You are watching Michigan Women's Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting. as we are going to do an intermission scoreboard report here with about 5 minutes, 23 seconds left to go here in the first intermission as we take a look all the way back on Sunday, November 3rd. It was Arizona State beating Denver by a score of 6-0. Michigan State beat Aquinas 10-2. It was a 1-1 tie, we know, between Michigan and Miami. And the final in overtime, 3-3 between Lindenwood and University of Jamestown. Taking a look, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, couple games. Liberty beat Midland, then a big matchup of top 6 teams. That was 4-1. And then a visiting forfeit. University of Minnesota forfeited the game versus McKendree. So they didn't, apparently I'm assuming they couldn't make the trip or something of that nature. So 1-0 forfeit there. Lindenwood fell, Minot beat them on the road 3-2. And it was Maryville blanking University of Jamestown 5-0. Taking a look at action from yesterday. My internet will catch up there. Minot Minot beat University of Minnesota 2-0, so University of Minnesota made that one. That at the Centene Community Ice Center, so that was interesting. Seems like a little showcase out at St. Louis. No score reported between Arizona and Arizona State. No score reported between Grand Valley and Indiana Tech. This is Friday, right? Yeah, no one reported their scores last night. Wyoming fell. Colorado State beat Wyoming 9-2. Lake Superior beat Davenport 7-0. Adrian beat Michigan Dearborn 2-1.
Oh,
it
close.
Was, and that was at Dearborn.
He only wants me on part-time.
No, you're up there. You're on.
Oh, I'm okay.
Yeah. So that and shots on goal. Adrian 40 shots on goal to 15 for University of Michigan Dearborn.
Well, we should remember that because if they got a tough Twiner, we know how a Twiner can steal a game.
Absolutely. Maryville fell. So Liberty beat Maryville 5-3 yesterday, and then it was McKendree blanking Midland 2-0. And Lindenwood beat Jamestown 4-3. That's your intermission scoreboard report. I don't think any scores reported as of today. Most things are a little bit later in the day. So as we're coming down, we're about ready, about 2 minutes and 40 seconds before we come back on. Sorry about that graphic early in the game. Just kind of thought I clicked it and it didn't go off. So thank you out there for putting up with that. Now, if we take a look at the Michigan scoring, if I can bring up, come on now, there we go. And we go back to top scores for Michigan. We've been talking a little bit about Michigan getting mainly a lot of scoring from their top line. Hansen has 6 goals and 6 assists for 12 points. Lindahl has 6 goals and 5 assists for 11 points. And then it's Ferris who has 5 points, but then Malashevsky with 5 assists for 5 points. So it's really those top 3 on that first line providing a lot of the scoring, and
Yeah.
the hope is that maybe we can get some folks on some other lines going.
Yeah, we've got to. I mean, it was great to get Kelsey to get one the other day. Sam's got one. We've got to get some scoring from the other lines. What's happening in this game today is Bill is a good enough coach. He's putting their best defensive line against our top line, knowing that that's where most of our scoring coming from. So calling out the other lines and saying, hey, guys, finish, because we really could use some contributions, because we certainly have the talent. They're right there. It's just
absolutely.
Just tapping it. I mean, I know it's not easy. Just doing what you can to help out with the scoring. That would really ease off on matching. They get last change. They're the home team. So that's been a discussion in the locker room.
So Michigan ready to hop on.
Just letting the ice freeze up.
Indeed. They're gathered around. They're out of their locker room. UMass waiting to come out of their locker room. Michigan, by the way, will be going from left to right here in the second period. Michigan is in their dark blue road jerseys with the big block M on the front, the dark blue pants and socks. The winged helmet and numbers in maize on the back. UMass has their home whites as they're coming out, kind of nice blue and red down the sleeves there. They have dark helmets predominantly for their skaters. As now heading out, as Schiff's going to grab her water bottle. I think she needs to, she's marking up that crease. I think she needs to go down the other side, but that's okay.
She's jacking with their crease, shaking her head. She's got such a great sense of humor.
Hey, I would. That's certainly something that, yeah.
And I'd put her chirping against anybody's. She can really bring it chirping. Even playing ping pong, she'll chirp. What a character. Yeah, it's why you really hope the best for these guys. You really want them to win these games. I know they have to be close. It's competitive, but gall dang it, it's hard to sit here and broadcast when they're dominating and not leading on the scoreboard.
Absolutely, leading shots on goal, but UMass has the 1-0 lead. 20 minutes up on the clock as we're just past noon East Coast time. We appreciate you watching from wherever you are at. Thank you so very, very much. We are very grateful for everyone watching and cheering on the team.
Starter starting.
As trying to get to it, Swanson now pulled away. Here comes Garbady. Garbady puts it in along the near boards as that slips back, trying to knock it away as here comes Michigan. Izzy German has it center ice. Izzy German fires it right back.
Boy, I'd like to see one of those catch the corner.
Absolutely. As trying to move
it wide open in front.
Underneath the near circle now, Roche trying to bring it out into the neutral zone. Tip back the other direction as Katie German has it down the far boards of her own zone. Katie German, pressure coming as she moves it over to Izzy German down the near boards. Now back into the neutral zone, trying to get it away from Sparrow. That fired the other direction as that will be right back in and up into the UMass bench. Yeah. 19:18 left to go here in the second. 1-0. UMass with the lead. Michigan trying to get this game tied up. Face-off will be in the Michigan zone in the far face-off circle back to the left of Schiff. Gordon in to take the face-off. O'Neill on the other side.
Nice.
Puck lifted, now held in. Shot top of our circle.
We don't want him shooting from there.
In along the near boards as here comes Hung. Hung trying to put it back deep. Battle with it right in the neutral zone. Gargiulo able to fire it all the way back. Stopped there by Honan. Now coming down in along the end boards. Trying to feed it is Williams into the near corner. Let's pull back and in along the far
make her pay for this.
Hung trying to get
Good
to it. Is
job.
that stick by Honan.
Make her pay. When you're last man, you're not bringing that out of the zone. There we go.
That puck will come into
field
the near
goal attempt.
Now Carr drops it back to the near point. Gargiulo trying to put it back deep. Hung
guys are
chasing
buzzing.
around.
Buzzing.
Gordon outside the near circle gets it to Carr in along the end boards. Carr.
Good shift for these guys.
Now trying to feed it over to Gordon. That got knocked down by O'Neill. O'Neill brings it down the near boards of the neutral zone. O'Neill over center. Now coming in
Got
Pearson.
numbers.
High slot.
Nice play.
Excellent
Here we go.
job by
Sam
Gustafson.
likes this.
Here comes Carr. Carr bringing it down as Michigan on a change.
Waiting for
Carr
help.
Stops, feeds it down into the far corner. She goes off the ice. Again, second period, the long change for both of these teams.
It was a good play. She was 1-on-3 and delayed so she could get a switch and get some help.
Hansen trying to get to it now, trying to hold it in back over there, Malashevsky. Or Lindahl. That puck will go back into the far corner.
Don't let them breathe. You got to
Lindahl trying to
dig
it out of there. O'Neill back behind. Now the puck in along the near boards. Here comes Bennett. Bennett trying to move it ahead to Williams. McGough.
Nice.
McGough has it. Now feeds it down the far boards to Ferris.
Nice.
Ferris. Here comes Hansen. Hansen, top of the far circle.
Oh, there it is.
Down
That's
in
what I'm
front,
talking
and
about right there.
Knocked away from the slot. Here comes UMass the other direction as Karlstein has it. Karlstein trying to put it back deep, right out in front, and getting a piece of it with the right pad with Schiff.
Great shit. You know, you're pivoting 180 and make that save is good.
Into the far corner, Williams with it, trying to poke that away. McGough trying to get it out of the far corner. Now that comes right back behind the goal. And along the near boards. Racing, here comes Lindahl over center. Lindahl trying to work her way through. Shot that went off of his skate.
Good try, smart. play. Try to put it on net. She's got people crashing.
16:45 left to go here in the second. 1-0. UMass with the lead as Shapiro fires it right at center, coming in with it.
Oh, we got
as
numbers.
Top of the far circle, Balerna.
Uh-oh.
A shot. Is that?
Oh, what did that hit?
I
Shoulder, bar?
think that hit the shoulder of Schiff as that puck comes right back behind in along the far boards.
Wow.
Racing ahead with it. Coming down is Flazar. Flazar, top of the far circle as she's trying to avoid pressure. She gets pinned against the boards. Here comes Cummings. Cummings underneath the far circle. Cummings trying to dig it off of the far board. Back to the far point. Now Katie German trying to move it over. Shapiro fires it into the neutral zone. Intercepted.
Send it back, guys.
Was Dilla.
Nice sauce.
Moved down the far boards as
Rip
Katie
it.
German finds
Got the
Cummings.
good shot.
Cummings with a shot. That got blocked out in front. Held in at the near point by Izzy German. Izzy German trying to move it all the way back, right back behind the goal.
Man, these guys are flying.
15:46 left to go here in the second. UMass up by 1. Puck right back behind it. Swanson trying to dig it out of the end boards.
She can do a nice wraparound, too, if she can get free back there.
As now Little has it. Little going from the far side to the near side into the near corner. Bobby trying to pull it out of the near corner. Now Swanson digging it in along the end boards. Bobby and Swanson pinned there.
Here we go.
Bobby
right
has
in front.
It,
there she is.
In front as Cummings trying to, or excuse me, Garbady trying to get to it, but she was knocked off the puck.
Yeah, she was tied up big time. Got something off. That's good for her.
Bobby trying to poke it out in front, comes underneath the near circle. Shapiro with it there. Shapiro rims it all the way around the boards. Gustafson holds it in at the far point. Puts it right back in along the end boards. Garbady fires it out in front. That grab by Swanson.
Yes!
And a goal! Swanson puts it in. I don't know if it was tipped out front.
No, I don't think so. What was great is she had a player go down to block her, and she avoided the block and picked the post on our left. Goalie stick side right. Great shot. She's hot. That's 2 for 2. We talked about it on the bus.
So fantastic job by Swanson. And just as we talked about other lines needing to score, guess what? They scored.
That's what we need. We need to spread out our scoring. Not just on one line spread out. I'm talking other lines spread out.
And that was a really good job. Again, yeah, that was almost looked like it was going to be a block, but she managed to feather that puck right around the block.
And that's been a focus. We got to get away from those
Here comes
block
Hung,
shots.
One-on-one.
One-on-one.
Comes on to the far circle. She's knocked off of the puck. Gathered up. Dunn goes the other direction. Dunn down the far boards, poked away right at the blue line. That's a delayed offsides. It's picked up by Hung. Hung brings it right back in, top of the far circle. She is absolutely due. That's a shot. Stick back behind by Honan.
That would have been nice off the blocker, top shelf, but just missed.
14-17 left to go. Hung trying to get it out of the near corner. McGough drops back as here comes UMass through center ice. Dunn racing back to get it done. Underneath the near circle, that pulled away by McGough, coming down the far boards. Intercepted, trying to get to Hung. As Joe had it. Bouncing puck, and boy, Schiff just got enough of it to put it into the near corner. That looked dangerous.
I actually thought it hit McGough in front.
As Coach Upton's granddaughter here having a lot of fun. As that's beautiful to see. Adorable little girl. As that puck all the way back into the far corner. 13:35 left to go here in the second. Quickly ahead is Dustin trying to drop it back. Pearson chasing it, but McGough has it in along the end boards.
Way to look ahead.
Right back behind, coming down the far boards. Here comes Hansen. Hansen trying to get around O'Neill. Puck right at center. Lindahl pulls it in.
Nice.
Lindahl. Good job not ending up offsides as well. Trying to get it to Malashevsky.
So
puck
smooth.
Right back
there
behind.
we go.
Out in front, backhanded.
I don't know where it is. It's in?
Did that go in? Is that a...
They're not cheering like it did.
No, I think it was...
We're supposed to sell it. We didn't sell anything there.
I didn't see it, but I think it got trapped underneath Honan.
Okay.
13:10 left to go. We're nice and close to the glass, but don't always have the best kind of wide-angle views in the corner there. Trying to pull it away. UMass has it back behind their own goal, feeding it ahead to Pearson. Now gathered up, racing down with it is Dustin. Knocked away as that got caught in a pair of skates coming down the near boards. Here comes Michigan. And trying to get it right back in as Pearson. Lindahl has it over center.
Nice.
Good backhanded pass over to Hansen and just off of a skate. Otherwise, she almost walked right through there.
Yeah, that's fine if you got one back there to walk that person. That was a nice try.
Underneath the near circle it goes. Dustin trying to chip it out. Gargiulo trying to hold it in. That swept down the near boards.
Great backhand pass from Julia, too.
Gustafson trying to get to it, and offsides the call.
Ay, 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 ay. Take a deep breath. It's Michigan hockey. Women's hockey, it's a good game.
1-1, so Michigan able to tie it up in the early quarter of the second. They're looking to, again, as we say a lot of the times, that next goal is huge. Picking it up now, coming, tipped right back, holding it in, and taken back as Williams has it now back into the neutral zone. Trying to dig it out of there is Roche. Roche coming away with it.
We'll put it on our back end. That's a tricky one. Good for nice save. Here we go.
Inside.
Right there. It's still there.
Loose as that comes back top of the far circle.
Oh, we got a face off inside. Boy, that's crashing the net.
As that came off of its moorings there.
Well, it's hard to keep track of shots on something like that.
Oh, yeah, it's loose out in front. You're not exactly sure how many whacks at it people got, but that's okay.
Yeah, we'll take them. It's just easier to keep track of goals.
Absolutely, absolutely. Face off in the far face off circle.
What do we got? Yeah, it's because they knocked it off.
Yeah, it doesn't come out of the zone. Face off in the far face off circle. 11:57 left to go. 1-1 is our score here in the second. Puck into the near corner as Roche has it there. Roche trying to move it out of the zone. Held in back there by Izzy German. Izzy German pinching at the near point. Now that back into the neutral zone. Lindahl moves it. Katie German in her own end. Katie German banks it off the far boards. Now ahead. Here comes Malshevsky. Malshevsky. Top of
there
the
it is.
circle
There's
shot.
a rebound.
Loose out in front as that comes all the way back into the far corner.
Such a smart player. Put it right there and knew that the rebound was coming out.
Izzy German into near corner. She's pinned there with 11:23 left to go here in this second.
Drops back to cover the D because Izzy's in the corner.
As Lindahl trying to pull it out. Lindahl coming back over to Malshevsky. Malshevsky with a shot. And blocked into the far corner.
Great play. Great play.
All the way back to the far point. Shot loose on the far circle. Now trying to knock it away is Sparrow. And puck comes outside. In along the near boards of the neutral zone. Michigan races back.
They're going to get a wholesale change. Here we go.
Here comes Katie German trying to quickly get Michigan ahead. Garbady into the zone. Garbady top of the near circle looking for a shot. That goes high outside the far circle now. Swanson trying to get to it. Pulling it ahead. Knocked away by Ferris.
Wow.
Now chipped back right back into the neutral zone. Evans sets back up right at her own blue line. Moves it over to O'Neill. O'Neill backhands it over to Pearson.
Boy, we got people coming back. I love it.
Pulled back by Garbady. Garbady gains his own.
She's got a shot.
Top of the far circle. That goes all the way as good save by Honan. Comes back to the near point and back into the neutral zone. Ferris all the way across the way. Over to McGough. McGough outside the far circle of her own zone.
Reverse.
Pressure back
Good
there
play.
by Dustin. Trying to make it difficult for Michigan to get out of the zone. That fired ahead. Intercepted by Evans. She fires it right back into the near corner. McGough in along the end board. Sweeps it into the far corner. Michigan trying to get it out of their own zone. That puck loose.
Watch the point.
Trying to fire it right back in deep.
Oh, no!
Milano is that out in front. Trying to get it. Covered up by Schiff.
Wow. 3 quick shots. He was only paid to make the first, and the first was a good one.
As Ferris giving a little love, as well as McGough to
Thank your
Schiff
goalie. Thank your goalie.
She was outstanding. Loose puck right in the slot. That's dangerous.
I know they're rallying for her.
9:46 left to go here in the second.
She deserves it.
UMass scored in the first. Michigan able to tie it up in the second. 1-1 is our score right now. Face off in the near face off circle as Hung comes away with it down the near boards. Hung trying to get past Evans as she trying to dump it deep. Hung chasing it into the near corner of the UMass zone. Hung pinned against the boards as that puck.
Make that forward pay for having her back to you.
Gargiulo has it. Now loose. Trying to pull it away is Gordon outside the near circle. Now back to Gargiulo with the shot, and
that's
that could
going
have
to leave
felt
a
good.
mark. Yeah, that's going to leave a mark. There's another high one.
As Balerna took it right off of the shoulder there. Puck loose. Here comes Michigan into the. There's a backhanded shot and a save.
Good save. You don't know where that's going. And she had a teammate wide, so that the goalie had to honor that space.
9:05 left to go here in the second. 1-1. Good shot by Carr.
Love to see the back checking. That's really helping. That's great.
Cummings in to take the face off versus Sparrow. Puck outside the far circle. Drop back to the far point, trying to fire it. Izzy German loose. That comes back to the blue line. Dunn brings it ahead. Now racing again. Here comes Joe. At the far point. Joe.
Don't skate by, guys.
There
we go.
Trying to intercept and just couldn't get
Game
to
of
it.
Inches.
Was Dilla. That puck loose comes all the way into the far boards.
Go, boards.
Here comes Michigan coming through the neutral zone. Bringing it in, Izzy German. She tries to put it back deep as that goes right behind the goal into the near corner. Cummings chasing it there, trying to get it away from Joe. Now Dilla trying to peel it out of the boards right at the near point as that comes all the way back. Here comes a breakaway by Dunn as that knocked away and
no penalty.
Up.
Call that shot on net. Good for KG. I mean, that would have been a good penalty to take.
Yeah.
She managed to do all that without taking a penalty, which is.
She got right on the hip and managed to stay on the hip and poke it away without getting an interference call. That is not easy.
Or a slash or a trip or anything else, yeah.
Outside the far circle. Back there with it out in front and a save.
I think that was a deflection.
Yeah. Bromko had it, and
Good change.
Shot from the top of the far circle. Here comes Michigan with a fresh line. As that's Hanson, Matthews, and Lindahl out with Ferris. As well as McGough out there. Out to the far point, trying to knock it away. Loose in the far circle. Deflected all the way back, held in at the far point by Little. Little trying to put it down as that right back behind the goal. Ferris has it in the near corner. Ferris trying to bring it away, that puck. Here comes Lindahl. Lindahl knocks it off the near boards. Lindahl trying to get past on the near circle. Oh, that got poked away as that went off of a UMass stick coming the other direction. Here comes Little over center. Good job by Lindahl to knock it away.
Back door. Ooh.
Into the far corner it goes, off of the side of the net. That comes into the near corner. 7:27 left to go here in the second. 1-1 is our score.
Get there.
Puck all the way back as that will slip back into the neutral zone. Little has it on the far boards. In along the near boards to Roche. Roche coming up. Fires it back deep into the Michigan end. Stopped by Schiff right back behind her own
Nice
goal.
job coming out and helping because they were on a change.
Rudd out there, by the way. First time we've seen her in action.
Excellent. She's such a supportive, great player.
As puck into
Air
the
Force.
far corner. Right back, trying to pull that away as it comes into the near corner, gathered up there. Trying to bring it ahead is Dustin.
Good back check.
Malashevsky knocking away. Now Gargiulo trying to get to it. Poked by Gustafson, still loose outside the far circle. Now Dustin into the far corner with it. Dustin trying to dig it out of that far corner. Now Pearson there as well. 6:33 left to go here in the second. 1-1 our score. Still battling outside of the far circle, trying to.
Referee's taking a break.
Poke, dig, deflect. Someone down on their backside there as that comes all the way in along the near boards and neutral zone. Evans with it there, fires it right back into Michigan end. Delayed offsides.
Yeah, there you go. All the way down.
Yep.
All the way down. You can't put up with that.
Yep. So that'll go all the way down into the UMass zone. I don't think the player deep for UMass didn't realize it was a delayed offside.
No clue. Right. Too much crowd noise, Mark. And the music. Bush playing at full volume.
There you go. Garbadian to take the face-off in the near face-off circle to Honen's left with 6:11 left to go here in the second. Shots on goal on the big board. Michigan has an 11-shot lead, 26-15. We'll get Coach Ned's...
And it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
I got 9 for us, and an 8 for them this period. So they closed the gap.
All the way back, Gustafson chasing it into her own zone. That'll be icing and head right back into the UMass end. As we have the greatest hits of the 90s playing here.
Yes, we do. I could name some of these guys. That's why I mentioned that. I don't get to often do that when we start.
It's bad when I know who the artists are. All the way back, Izzy German has it outside the near circle. Back high, slot for Swanson.
Swanson's hot.
A shot. That got knocked away and in along the far boards. Trying to fire it ahead is done. Held in at the far point by Katie German. Loose at the blue line. Now coming in. There's a shot by
There's a
Block.
rebound.
Blocker knocked away. Loose on the far boards. Now Katie German trying to put it into the far corner. Puck in along the M boards. Trying to knock it away is
Well, they're doing what it takes with these shots from anywhere.
Yeah, here comes outside. Joe
we
has
got a
it
trailer.
outside the far circle.
Man.
Coming in. Evans gets it outside the near circle. Centering attempt. That blocked down. And a
we're going to get a penalty.
As one of the UMass players, Joe, was planted as that's going to be a cross check.
Swanson. She's going for the hat trick here. Gordie Howe hat trick.
5:16 left to go here in the second. Michigan short-handed.
Oh, our PK. Now's the time to get better. This is a huge goal. 5 minutes to get out of the period.
Gordon in to take the face-off in the far face-off circle versus O'Neill. Puck in along the far boards. O'Neill into the far corner. Takes it right back behind the goal. Trying to wrap around attempt. Good job by Schiff.
Nice block.
From top of the far circle. That comes all the way out as Little has it in along the far boards. Little. Over to O'Neill in along the near boards. O'Neill trying to move it across. Here comes Little. Little. Tipped right at the blue line. Grabbed by Gordon.
Smart.
Fires it all the way down.
Manami everywhere. She's going to get there too.
4:45 left to go here in the second. 1:30 left in the power play. Coming down O'Neill down the far boards over center. O'Neill gains
that was
his
close.
own. Top of the far circle. O'Neill in along the end boards trying to poke it out in front. That
Nice
goes all the way
play.
back and into the neutral zone.
You see that set pass off the side of the net comes straight out to the person in the slot. It's an indirect pass. That's quite the play.
As Little has it, well, you gotta know you gotta know the rink very well to know where those bounces will happen. Cummings trying to get it in front, now pulled down. Little has it down the near boards. Over to O'Neill. O'Neill sends it down into the Michigan zone, then fired right back. Picked up by Cummings. Cummings trying to bring it ahead, poked away by Dustin.
Yeah, let them do it. Let them dump it.
Now go all the way back into the near corner of the UMass zone. 40 seconds left in the power play. 3:53 left to go here in the second. Now long pass over to Williams. Williams
don't
trying
pinch,
to bring
don't
it in.
pinch.
She has lots of speed. Williams on the near circle. Drop pass back to Little at the near point. Little firing it all the way across. One-timer.
Open net.
Loose in front. There's a stop by Schiff. Still loose all the way back to the far point to Evans. 17 seconds left to go here in the power play. Sent all the way around underneath. Now Williams trying to fire it out in front.
Not far enough.
Picked up Little at the near point. Now over Evans with again a one-timer.
Yeah, you got to watch that point one-timer. She can bring it.
Into the near corner it goes with Williams.
It's even up.
Outside now, high slot.
There
There's
it is.
a shot.
Oh, jeez.
Loose.
That's great. A changeup. That was a knuckleball.
Now coming down. Here comes Michigan over center. Coming ahead with it is Hansen. Hansen takes a shot. That got blocked into the near corner. Michigan back to full strength. 2:56 left to go here in the second.
There, she doesn't know where it is.
Oh, boy, as that was a shot. The big rebound. McGough takes a shot. That blocked into the far corner. Now make their way in. Good job. There's a shot there that was loose. Lindahl taking that shot. Coming back. Poked into the far corner by Ferris. Here comes Hansen. Hansen outside. As much as we want other scoring from folks other than just the top line, you don't mind the top line.
No, we're fine if they keep it up. There's nothing there with no criticism.
In the slot. Pulled back as Arguin has it. Arguin chips it back over now in along the near boards. Ricocheted off. Picked up by Ferris at her own blue line. She sends it into the UMass zone. Evans has it. Evans sends it right back into the
Take your time.
neutral
Find somebody.
zone. Now that got deflected as Karlstein Knocked it away, fired right back deep in by Shapiro. Schiff will stop it right back behind her goal. It's 2 minutes left to go here in the second. 1-1 is our score.
Get there, get there.
Now coming ahead, Hansen takes it off the far boards. Hansen, top of the
There
far
we go.
circle,
Rip.
coming in. Hansen with that shot. Oh, trying to get between the blocker and the far post and just couldn't quite do it.
Kind of her shot. I got to say, we did a nice job on the PK. I didn't want to jinx us.
Absolutely.
Ooh, look at that. She gets in a pop-up out of the corner.
So grabbing the pop-up fly in center field.
Yeah.
Schiff able to grab that. 1:39 left to go here in the second.
Willie Shift Mays getting that one, center fielder.
Face off in the near face off circle. That's Gordon trying to get it away from Sparrow.
Okay.
Here comes Hunt.
Come on.
Good job by Hunt,
Ava,
racing ahead with it.
Get one here.
1:33.
There we go.
Carr racing in.
Oh,
Carr
my.
get it
No
as she
penalty?
ends up down on
Okay.
the ice, and there's a penalty. Michigan will be on the power play.
She wasn't real quick on that call. I mean, what do you got to do? Sam drew that one. Good for her. She made the move. That wasn't a bad penalty because it was a 2-on-1 for sure then.
She's trying to get it on the inner corner of the far circle, and just gives us a little bit more time to listen to a little Allison Chains here.
Listen.
Little man in the box.
Mark showing off his tunes prowess.
Hey, there was a time where I actually worked for a record label for a couple years. Unfortunately, since then, I've known nothing about music since the 90s.
You did the play-by-play for the...
I worked for Polygram Records interning for 2 years. That was a lot of fun. Into the far corner it goes, trying to dig it out of there was Cummings.
Come on, let's finish with one here in the last minute.
Still trying to get it out of there. 1 minute, 11 seconds left to go.
Apologies to the UMass
As
fans.
they are just making sure they're killing down the penalty by having it.
Yeah, that's why I hate this
boards.
rule.
As they still have it pinned against the far boards, as O'Neill trying to keep
Oh,
it
oh,
out in
oh,
front,
oh.
and a shot covered up somehow. A little pushing and shoving afterwards. Bobby ends up down on the ice.
You see the UMass player try to put it on her own goalie's pads. That is not something you coach, because if you screw up, you just scored on yourself. So,
I mean, if you know, but yeah, if that pad's lifted a little bit off the ice,
yeah, got to be careful. Your goalie's not always expecting that.
Face off in the near face off circle. 52 seconds left in the period.
Here we go.
1:23 left in the power play. Katie German moves it over. Now Cummings, top of the near circle. Cummings.
Dad.
That puck loose comes.
Bad bounce off the dasher.
Flazar keeps it in. Flazar in along the end boards, trying to move it around. Roche into the far corner.
There we go. Beat her to it. Beat her to it. Beat her to it.
Loose on the far circle, trying to hold it in. Swept to Cummings. Cummings again. That puck wouldn't settle down. Having issues in the near corner.
Teed off. She wants to unleash that quick snapper.
Gargiulo gets it in the far corner. 16 seconds left to go.
Gotta rip it.
Now
Gotta
Katie
rip it.
German. There's a wrister blocked out in front and covered up. It got deflected out in front, but still made its way through, and a good cover up by Honan. 10.3 seconds left to go here in the second. 43 seconds left in the power play. And along the far boards, Hansen trying to peel it out. She ends up down on the ice, trying to dig it out of there. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And we will head to the second intermission tied. Michigan will have 33 seconds on the power play when we come back for the third. Shots on goal, 29 for Michigan, 19 for UMass. So
on my board, yeah.
Yeah, that by Coach Ned. So Michigan with the 10-shot lead, but it's 1-1 on the scoreboard.
On the one that matters, it's a tie game, and I am ready to take the lead and win this.
Absolutely. As it was Michigan who had the early lead yesterday, and then UMass was able to come back and tie it. Michigan hoping to go the opposite way this time. As they've tied it here, they'd love to get the lead in the third and win this one. As it was a good back and forth period, and again, Michigan
good hockey.
keeping going on the shots. They just need to find a way past Honan.
Yep, just got to finish. Finish.
We'll step away. It is the second intermission, so it's time for a little I Can't Turn You Loose with the Michigan Marching Band. We'll be back with your Michigan scoreboard report and your third period. You're watching Michigan Women's Hockey, brought to you by Harbor Broadcasting.
Well, good afternoon and welcome once again to the Michigan Amphitheater. You know, so much of the music we hear today is this pre-programmed electronic disco. You never get a chance to hear master bluesmen practicing their craft. By the year 2006, the music now known as the blues will exist only in the classical record department of your local public library. And so, this afternoon, while we still can, let us welcome from Ann Arbor, Michigan, Gary Lewis and his blues band. Gary Lewis and his blues band.
As we don't want to go to the yellow and the blue just yet, as Coach Ned has a shout-out here.
Yeah, I want to give a special shout-out to my sister-in-law, Amy Pines, and her husband, Craig. Appreciate them listening today, and Craig is dealing with some health issues, and the whole Michigan women's hockey community sends their best for a complete recovery and everything to work out there. We tried to sneak them up here for the game, but it's best that they sit there and listen to our jargon. So thank you for doing that.
Well, we hope for the best, and hopefully things go all right. Michigan scoreboard report, if we go all the way back to Sunday, November 3rd, it was in men's tennis, Notre Dame mini duels in South Bend, a non-scoring item. Then in wrestling, it was the Carleon Open, a non-scoring event. In basketball versus number 15 Minnesota, Minnesota beat Michigan in 3 straight sets, 3-0. In men's soccer, it was a draw, 1-1 between Wisconsin and Michigan. On Monday, November 4th, in women's basketball versus number 1 South Carolina, it was a tight game, but Michigan falling 68-62. Men's basketball played Cleveland State. That was a 101-53 win by the men. On Thursday, November 7th, in women's tennis, it was the ITA Sectional Championships, a non-scoring event in Ann Arbor. In men's soccer versus number 6 Indiana, it was a 1-0 win there. Again, men's tennis, the ITA sectionals non-scoring, and then in men's tennis, the Big Ten individuals, which was non-scoring. In field hockey, Michigan, a overtime 2-1 win over Indiana. So big win there for the field hockey team. Then on Friday, November 8th, yesterday, again, the ITA sectionals for men and women in tennis, non-scoring, and the Big Ten individuals in Madison, Wisconsin. For swimming and diving, Michigan beat Oakland 202-92 for the women, and for the men versus Oakland, it was 202-92 as well. Field hockey versus number 5 Maryland, that one was in a shootout. 4-3 Michigan wins that one. That was a huge win. A field hockey team playing really tough out there, and we want to say hello to Natalie Millman on that team, as we got to broadcast her and her pioneer field hockey career. In men's hockey versus number 20 Notre Dame, it was another overtime game, but it was a win by the men, 2-1. In women's basketball, they played Lehigh. They beat them 86-55. Women's volleyball versus Ohio State, that was 3-2. Ohio State won that one. And then today, what's happening in wrestling, it's the Michigan State Open. Again, you have the ITA for men's and women's tennis, a non-scoring event. Football is playing number 8 Indiana. That's going to be an interesting game for all the Michigan football fans. We'll listen to that on the way to Rhode Island. Not expecting, hoping for a Michigan hockey win here, because I'm not sure that one's going to go our way. And then men's hockey plays again, hosting number 20 Notre Dame. That will be 7 p.m. at Yost Ice Arena this evening. That's your Michigan scoreboard report here at the Mullins Center in Amherst, Massachusetts. It is Michigan 1 and UMass 1. Michigan has a 33-second power play to open up this third period. 20 minutes up on the clock as we're getting ready to go.
Yeah, we're really hoping for somebody else to step up and give us a goalie moly moment where we score a goal here.
We'll take it as that puck controlled by Ferris in her own zone. Now puts it down the near boards. Carr with it. Carr moves it ahead. Malashevsky gains his own. Malashevsky outside the near circle. Malashevsky leaves it there as it got stuck on the ice. Way to hold it in by Ferris at the near point. Ferris puts it into the near corner for Malashevsky. She's trying to go back behind the goal, but that tipped right back into the near corner. Now Lindahl moves it over
backdoor.
Cross, trying to fire
right
it in as
skate.
Hansen. Backhands as that goes all the way back top of the far circle. Ferris gets it there. Michigan, by the way, going from right to left here in this third period, is coming high slot. There's a shot. Ooh, that looked like it had an opportunity.
Yep.
As Lindahl outside the near circle. Got to see her mother during the second intermission, and she's hoping that Julia gets another goal here.
Her and the whole U of M women's nation.
Absolutely. As Pearson trying to get a center.
That's going to be good, and Sam could beat. Oh,
that comes
beat
all the
it.
way back as Carr trying to get to it, but just a little. There, Hansen and Carr end up
friendly
meeting.
fire.
As that comes all the way down. Thankfully, no one ends up having to go off the bench like Katie German did last weekend.
With the 5 EMTs here.
Yeah, coming in. Hansen has it outside the near circle. That puck right back as Marakis puts it into the far corner. Trying to dig it out of there. Izzy German. Now that puck still outside the far circle. UMass has it there. Trying to poke that away. Is Dilla in there? Also, Flazard trying to pull that away. Comes through the slot. Katie German gets it into the near corner. Katie German moves it underneath the near circle. Still battling in the near corner.
Here we go.
Oh,
there it is, sitting in front. Teed up. Take it on the
In
backhand.
is Dilla. Dilla, just really good defense there by UMass, not letting that puck get by without a stick on it.
We're hopping. Let's finish.
Lazard trying to grab that. Another good job to hold it in, but now that knocked down. Coming the other direction. Gromko had it. Now that poked into the far corner. Stop there, sent right back behind by Roche. Back outside the near circle. Here comes Michigan. That on edge all the way back.
Just caught us on a change. Otherwise, we were gone.
Now bringing it right back in is Dunn. Dunn had the first goal for UMass yesterday.
She
back
can
to
shoot.
Evans. That is going to be a glove save by Schiff. 17:30 left to go here in the third. 1-1 is the score. Indeed. Battle in the far circle. Michigan trying to get it out of the zone. That held in as Dunn puts it right back behind the Michigan goal. Gargiulo moves it all the way around. Hung trying to get to it outside the far circle. Hung trying to move it back to the far point. Poked out, still outside the far circle. Now Gordon trying to dig it off the boards. Trying to lever it, trying to get to spot. Now you got a quintet back there. Now coming back underneath the near circle, gathered up by Gordon. Having a meeting of the council back there along those boards.
Nice plate.
Now back into the neutral zone. Here comes Hung. Hung makes it into the zone.
Come on, finish. Please.
Outside the far circle. Hung.
Works so hard.
Coming back into the far corner.
Smart play. Back to the point.
Back to the far point. Lifted, knocked down, but sent back into the neutral zone. Good job. Gargiulo trying to hold it in. Now she sets up, comes into the zone. Gargiulo outside the near circle. She goes back underneath as that slips into the far corner. Picked up by Hung outside the far circle. Now here comes Carr. Carr trying to pull it away. UMass trying to get it out of the zone. Pinned against the board. Now trying to move it back.
Far
Sparrow.
side. There you go. Jump it.
Tipped.
Oh, good.
Good job by Ferris to hold it in.
Yeah, she jumped that. I thought she might make a walk in.
Ferris and Evans pinned. Now that puck comes outside the near circle. Hansen trying to pull that away.
Emily working.
Comes
We
all
got a pinch.
the way
We got
around.
a pinch. Somebody's got to get back.
That puck out to the far point. Now Zhou trying to send it deep into the Michigan zone.
Got him on a change.
There
we go.
Comes ahead. Here comes Malashevsky. Malashevsky make your way into the slot. Shot out in front.
Yes, she scored.
It's a goal.
That's why you do that.
Goal.
That's holy moly goalie. That's why you shoot through that person. She couldn't see it, and she's mad at herself, but Emily is such a good listener.
Oh, absolutely. That was a fantastic job to get that in.
Such a smart player. That's what happens. It doesn't have to be a laser through the net. Just put it on goal. That's great. But once again, it's the big line. Good for them. Just saying.
Michigan now up 2-1 and trying to hold on here in the third.
Yeah, let's not get too happy. Let's just get another one and take a bus.
15-25, that coming down the far boards. Moved ahead. Goff has it. Goff at her own blue line. Goff trying to move it over. Loose on the far circle. Picked up there. Coming down the near boards is Dustin. Dustin puts it right back behind the Michigan goal. All the way around. Stopped at the far point. Poked out,
that's a trip.
That's gonna be,
you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me right in his face.
Well, Tribbs having her say over on the bench, coming ahead with it. Coming
Whoa.
down.
No, come on. Oh, you got to be kidding me. He's going to let the other one go.
That's going to be a tripping call on Michigan.
I just talked to him in the locker room. And he says, we feel bad because, well, the only two of us, we miss it. And I said, well, we all understand, but to miss that one on your doorstep and then call one 10 seconds later that should have surely been that was clearly a trip.
What can you do?
What can you do?
Take it,
suck it
on.
up.
Yep.
Work on our PK. Here we go. Oh, look at Bill. He's not happy.
So Michigan on the penalty kill, 14:50 left to go. Michigan up 2-1 as that puck fired all the way back into the neutral zone. Little has it there. Little at her own blue line.
Oh, my.
Knocked down by
Come
Hung.
on.
Hung coming
Take
on
it.
the far circle. Hung with the shot.
Nice shot.
As that covered up.
Oh, that's got to be something right into the bar.
As Hung charged the net, and she ended up down on the ice.
Oh, my goodness. Don't get me going.
Well, they're doing the best they can. Again, we have a different view, but boy, sometimes it's a little frustrating as it comes back to the far point, held in there by Izzy German. 1:42 left to go. Boy, a shorthanded goal would have been nice. Coming back in along the near boards. UMass trying to get it out of the zone. That picked up by Arguin.
Love the
Loses
forecheck.
the handle.
Love the energy.
Yeah, Gordon back there providing pressure, trying to make
There we
it
go.
not easy.
Manami's going to get there first.
Gordon still into the near corner. She's got it pinned there, trying to take time off of this penalty. Is 1:19 left to go in the power play for UMass. UMass bringing it ahead. They fire it down the far boards.
There we
Knocked
go
away,
again.
coming in. Here comes
This would be
Dilla.
big.
Dilla on the far circle. Dilla takes it right back behind the net.
Send
Dilla
it back if you
underneath
want.
the near circle. Dilla keeps it in as that's pulled away now as Williams, who's a speedster, comes over the blue line. Williams over center. Williams gains the Michigan zone onto the far circle. Drop pass back to the far point. That loose in the slot. Trying to move it over into the near corner. Chasing it back there. That lifted ahead by Katie German. Held in by Evans at the near point. Evans fires it all the way across to Dunn. Loose. That puck down. 39 seconds left to go in the power play. Trying to pick it up is Arguin.
I hope
Back behind
KG's
her own
skates
goal.
are okay. I worry about it.
Now coming down the far boards, here comes Michigan, bringing it into the zone, as trying to make her way around is Cummings. Cummings ends up hitting the ice,
There we go. Backhand.
as her father lets the official know. Puck outside the far circle, picked up there. Now here comes Shapiro. Shapiro making her way over the blue line. 12 seconds left on the UMass power play. Shapiro comes outside the far circle of the Michigan zone, into the far corner. Puck top of the far corner now by Zhao. Zhao has it back.
Even up.
Now in along the
Oh,
end
no.
lines, poke back
Oh,
away. Good
good.
defense. Michigan gets it all the way back. Michigan back to full strength is done. Races all the way back in her own zone. Back behind her own goal, in along the near boards. Pressure back there as Michigan trying to peel that away. That was Malashevsky providing pressure in the far corner. Hansen has it at center ice. Hansen gains the zone. Hansen
Rip it.
outside the far circle. Hansen trying to move it into the slot. Lindahl with a shot.
try.
She ends up
She
down.
moved it.
Puck into the near corner.
I love this
Ferris
team
at the near
defensive
point.
mentality.
Comes all the way back in along the far boards. McGough trying to hold it in.
Good
McGough
job.
puts it back deep. 12:08 left to go. In the third, as Sparrow has it into the near corner. Sparrow trying to avoid pressure by Hansen. Comes in along the far boards. That's tipped ahead by Zhou. Now Michigan at their own blue line. Quickly back ahead. Hansen gets it over to
take
Hung.
it, take it, take
Hung
it, take it, take
works
it.
her way in. Hung backhands it into the slot. That pulled away as O'Neill in a collision with Hansen. Puck into the near corner.
We got a
Ferris
pinch
trying to
going. Be
get to
careful
it.
of pinching this
Hansen at the near point.
point of the game.
All the way back. Gordon trying to fire it out in front, and that is covered up by Homan.
I love the structure. We're just really playing smart team defense while still trying to get another goal.
11:36 left to go here in the third. Face off in the near face off circle. That puck all the way down the near boards, bringing it in is Manganaro. Into the near corner for Pearson. Pearson trying to knock it down. That comes right back behind the Michigan goal. Monganaro has it outside the near circle. Puts it right back in along the end boards. Katie German has it, lifting it ahead.
Breakout.
Here comes Carr. Carr ricochets it off the far boards. Hung brings
Deep.
it down that way. Fires it back deep.
Dang, she's getting rocked.
Right off of the dasher, now underneath the near circle. Trying to pull that away off of the end boards is Gordon Gort. Double team, triple team back there trying to peel it out of there.
We could just sit here all game. We're winning if they want to hold it against the boards.
10:56.
Oh.
That on the circle.
Nope.
Lazar trying to get out in front.
It's right in front of an open net.
Poking away, still
Oh,
poking
Sam's
away
feeling
as
it.
comes.
Nice going back.
Katie German fires it, and that's a club save by opponent.
How many? I don't know how many shots we had in that.
I couldn't tell how many times both Carr and Flazar poking at it. And, 10:42 left to go. By the way, this is the greatest hits of the 90s. Here's a little Pearl Jam now.
Oh.
It's funny, the older I get, the more the music in stadiums is all for me and not for the kids. It's interesting. It's because people my age are playing it. And off the end line, swept all the way around, trying to pull that out. Swanson into the far corner, right back behind the UMass goal. And it comes down the near boards, now bringing it. Fired ahead. That'll go all the way back.
Yeah, calling it good.
Balerno had it, send it into the far corner. 10:20 left to go. So a little over half of the third period left. Michigan up by a goal. Lazar trying to poke it out of the zone. That puck is covered up by Schiff.
I'm finding that as the game goes on and they're more and more nerve-wracking, my tally of shots on net is lacking. Yeah. I'm focusing all my positive energy on our good play and finishing this and not making little scribbles on my scratch sheet.
Well, those folks who are Michigan fans, I'm sure, appreciate that more. As that's sent top of the far circle, here comes Michigan as they get it out through the neutral zone. Lindahl fires it back deep.
Smart
Hansen
play.
chasing it, trying to get to it in along the end boards underneath.
They're right in front.
Out in front. There's a shot. As Malashevsky trying to
wow, that'd been nice.
fire it home. That would be her second goal.
There's another one.
There's another one that a good save back there. Moved over. Gustafson top of the
There's
near
another
circle.
one.
That off the pad as that comes in along the end boards underneath the near circle into the near corner. Hansen now Malashevsky trying to dig it out of there. Trying to get it away from Little. Malashevsky underneath the far circle. Back to the far point to guard. Jumbo with the shot.
Open net.
Fired in
Yes.
and it's a goal. Hansen puts it in.
I was hoping that didn't hit a shaft because now that's why you just put it on net. Look at those rebounds. I mean, that goalie's flying around like crazy. She can't possibly stay square to the puck or stay out. She's deep, down. Oh, good. Another goal from the big line.
3-1 Michigan with the 2-goal lead. Of course, we had a 2-goal lead yesterday with 13 minutes left to go in the third, and UMass came back.
Thanks, Mark.
Well, that's got to be in Michigan's mind not to get too happy, as they need to make sure that they hold on to this lead.
Now you're trying to get my job.
I could never replace your knowledge. Coming ahead, Dunn has it.
So it happens when you're old as dirt. Oh, my.
Good job by Schiff to knock
I
it
hope
away.
she's
There
okay.
is a player
man.
slow to get up. I'm glad to see she got up. She went
Head
down hard
first.
into the boards.
Oh, shoulder, head.
I am glad to see that. I believe that's Sparrow, and she's making her way off the ice. But
Nobody touched her as far as I could see.
I think she just lost an edge. Malashevsky putting it back deep. Again, you love all these players playing their guts out. Out in front, and Lindahl trying to get a goal, and that tip back. Good opportunity by Lindahl. Outside the near circle, Ferris has it. Now it goes all the way in along the end line.
Here we go.
Sweeps it back to the far point. Held in over there as that puck will rim all the way around outside the near circle. UMass gets it ahead. O'Neill gains his own. Good job to knock it away by Ferris. O'Neill right back behind the Michigan goal.
Numbers. You got numbers. You got to take. There you go. Challenge.
Now Hung trying to move it ahead. That puck outside the far circle. Tipped by Carr. That'll go all the way into the near corner with 8:20 left to go. Chasing it back. Dustin trying to get to it again. Now we have a quartet of players back there. And have a barbershop quartet if they weren't trying to pull the puck off of the end board. Still digging.
And we're fine letting it sit there.
Yeah, Carr has it outside the near circle. Now back into that near corner, trying to get it out of there. Gordon trying to get it back to the near point. Carr gets it into the neutral zone. Carr coming down the near boards. That fire back deep as it spins on edge. Skitters into the far corner.
Good, make her go to her backhand.
Gathered up by Lindahl. 7:45 left to go here. Picked up as Pearson trying to get it ahead. Katie German right over to Hung. Hung in the neutral zone. Hung over to Carr. Carr in the high spot with that shot. Just goes wide to the far side.
Hit the net. That was good.
Garbetti in along the far boards into the far corner. That comes back. O'Neill chasing it. O'Neill underneath the near circle of her own zone. Outlet pass into the neutral zone. Knocked away. Good defense back over there by Swanson as that's fired back deep.
She's going to grind.
Little has it. Fires it down the far board. 7:12 left to go.
Take it back. Too far.
Up the near boards. Bringing it ahead. Bolera had it. Now Swanson trying to fire it in.
There you go.
All the way back into the far corner. Cummings racing over to get it. Cummings. That puck lifted to the blue line. Held in back there by Swanson. Swanson puts it right back into the far corner. And puck comes all the way around outside the near corner. Katie German trying to get a shot on goal. That knocked away as Arguin had it. Now Garbetti puts it back deep into the far corner. Now brought ahead. That puck over center. Down. Arguin has it down the near boards. Arguin puts it deep into the near corner in the Michigan zone. In along the end boards. She ends up in the boards. Katie German trying to get to it in a whistle.
Must have been a penalty. He's pulled his goalie. I didn't see a penalty.
There was a little bump in the back. I don't know if they're going to call that
illegal. Call it down here?
Check.
Was it over here?
High stick. No, roughing. Sorry. So roughing the call. Swanson goes into the box for Michigan. UMass back on the power play.
No, we can kill some time here with icing.
So Michigan able to clear the puck here. 6:28 left to go in the third. 3-1 Michigan with the 2-goal lead trying to get a win. They tied yesterday. This skilled UMass team, much better than their record. They're 1-3-2. There's a shot saved by Schiff. Michigan, of course, is 5-1 and 2. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That to Schiff's right. 1:51 left to go in the power play. Dustin gets it back to the far point. Now trying to fire it in is Little. Little puts it top of the near circle. Now Little gets it back high slot. Little puts a shot in. That goes wide to the far side.
Take your time. Get it out of here.
Gargiulo has it. Gargiulo
Nice
down the near
backhand.
boards. Held in. That went off of a player. Taking it into the near corner is Pearson. Pearson puts it back behind the Michigan goal into the far corner. Stopped by O'Neill. That slips back to the far point. Little able to hold it in.
Probably because of the snow and the stupid doors.
1:20 left to go in the power play. As good job by Hung, but Little has it high.
Nice block.
Beautiful block.
She's
as that's
quick
knocked
enough.
all the way down. Gordon getting in the way. That puck
good.
now in along the near boards.
Throw them off their play.
Good job by Dilla to tip that back as Pearson having an issue popping up. Now coming Evans, top of the near circle. Another good block. That covered up. Gargiulo getting that in the way of that puck.
Pitch on Avery.
It's good to get that block, but sometimes it turns into a knuckleball going past you, and that's not fun for the goalie.
Right.
56 seconds left to go in the power play. 5:23 left to go in the third. 3-1 Michigan with the lead, trying to get a big win here before going to Rhode Island for an early game tomorrow. That's 9:20, I believe.
Would be smart here.
All the way back.
Nobody behind us.
Stopped by Honan. Cummings trying to knock that away. Puck into the far corner. 42 seconds left to go.
Pass behind her. She had to stop.
Coming in, Joe gets across. Now Shapiro has it poked away. Back, top of the near circle for Evans. That one wide to the near side. All the way outside the far circle, gathered up there. Joe puts it into the far corner. Now Izzy German trying to dig it out of there. 22 seconds left to go in the power play. Outside, centering attempt. Loose on the far circle. Michigan able to clear it all the way down the ice. That should do it for the penalty kill. There's 12 seconds left to go. UMass might get one more shot here.
Goalie played it up. That's
8
good
seconds left. Coming in outside the near circle. Dunn has it. Dunn goes right back behind the goal.
She
2
should have
seconds,
short-sided
1
that.
second,
Nice
and
save.
covered up by Schiff.
Oh, my gosh. What a great save. And she had a person wide open in front if she'd gone with the cheese before she went totally behind the net. Everybody was playing the other side of the net.
4:26 left to go. Michigan back to full strength.
Okay. Smart play. Outsmart them.
Shot
we
from
do.
the top of the far circle. That deflects back into the neutral zone. It goes. In along the near boards. Malashevsky racing over outside the near circle. Malashevsky.
She'll find somebody.
In along the end boards. Battling.
Oh, jeez.
She really battles in along those boards so hard.
And she got held there pretty well.
Here comes Williams down the near boards. Williams outside the near circle. 4 minutes even left to go here in the third. Puck back to the far point. Trying to knock it away is Lindahl.
Oh,
as
we
that's
got a
gonna
penalty?
Be a penalty.
Another cross check.
Cross-check.
We got to be smarter. I saw a body fly. They don't even know. We don't even know who. Oh, Ferris.
So Ferris goes into the box for cross-checking at 3:53. And
Yeah, we're giving them every chance.
Michigan making it hard on themselves. They're going to
You want to be aggressive. You want to be strong.
face off in the far face-off circle to Schiff's right penalty kill unit out there for Michigan. Dustin sends it back to the far point, able to hold it in. Evans puts it back deep outside the far circle.
We got to
As
be
O'Neal
gassed.
puts it up. O'Neal on the near circle
great
shot and a
save.
glove save by Schiff.
Nice save.
Boy, that got on top of her quick, and Schiff
Yeah.
able to flash the leather.
Bar down.
1:45 left to go here.
Timeout. UMass.
I'm assuming UMass is taking the timeout.
You
They
know
want
what?
to talk things
We'll
over.
take it because we've got PKers that could use a break.
So 3:37 left to go here in the third. 2-goal lead for Michigan. Time becoming a factor for UMass, but they're looking to take advantage because they got 1 minute 45 seconds left on this power play. Big Board says Michigan is up by 7 shots. As both of these teams battling, and really quickly as we're in this time out, let us really quick pull this up as the next upcoming
Pouring a
games
drink.
is November 10th. Michigan will be at Rhode Island. That will be tomorrow for a 7:20 a.m. game. That is 7:20 a.m.
7:20.
9:20 a.m. Sorry.
I'm thinking, oh my God, you just really rocked my day.
Look, I'm helping out people in Mountain Time. That's what I'm doing, okay?
You're a numbers guy, Mark. Come on. Thinking,
'cause I
what
know
time
him
do I
doesn't
have
mean-
to get up for a 7:20 game?
So anyway, that's going to be 9:20 game on tomorrow,
What am I
9:20 a.m.
Squirts at old-time hockey where you get up at 5 a.m. to play hockey? Ay, ay, ay.
November 16th will be at University of Michigan Dearborn. That's at 3 o'clock. Then Sunday, November 17th at Yost at 4:05. And then Indiana Tech in that Thursday. We'll pull that away. Get right back here. And
Good draw, Manami.
into the near corner it goes. Trying to pull that away.
Keep them wide. Perimeter is good.
In along the end boards, gathering at Evans. Evans outside the near circle. Evans trying
Watch
to
the
move
other
it
side.
back.
They've got a one-timer on the other side. They've switched sides.
Gromko had it high slot. Now Little moves it one-timer by Evans.
Back door.
Goes back all the way onto the far
Hot
circle.
dasher.
Evans, top of the near circle, wrister, and they score.
I've got a perfect angle on that. There's nobody. You can't see that. That was a great shot.
It was a very good shot coming in, and now it's a 1-goal game
Are you
with
kidding me?
3:08 left to go here in the third.
Okay.
And UMass does not give up.
No. And we pride ourselves on being the smartest team. We really need to not take a penalty here in the last 3 minutes.
A little frustrating for them to miss one, and then we get 2 in a row, but that is the way the proverbial cookie crumbles.
Well, the good news is the next one's got to be on them. In the
You
world,
would
and the hockey
imagine.
gods would look that way, unless you're getting totally homered here.
You would imagine Puck in along the near boards, trying to fire it back deep as Hansen.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be doing a true referee system in this kind of a game.
No, not at all.
They're
There's
dying.
so much action.
Yeah, they're skating their butts off. And
Gargiulo trying to hold it in. That knocked out. Is that back to the blue line? Down the near boards is Gustafson. Gustafson ahead to Malashevsky. Malashevsky trying to get it back deep around Lindahl. Malashevsky into the corner. Now Gustafson takes a shot.
Oh, wow.
That deflects off of a skate all the way in along the end boards. Now outside the far circle. Hansen trying to get to it. Brought all the way into the neutral zone. Pulled back by Lindahl. Lindahl brings it ahead. Lindahl makes a move around a player. Lindahl, top of the far circle with a shot that just gloved down by Holman. 2:25 left to go here in the third. 3-2, Michigan with the lead. UMass with the last score. They're looking to get this game tied up again. Michigan trying to hang on. Get a big win here. Garbadian to take the face off. Sparrow on the other side.
Slowest clock ever.
Yeah, exactly. Now bringing it ahead. Dunn down the near boards over center ice. Dunn gains his own, puts it back deep. Outside the near circle is trying to get it out of that is Katie German. Back into the neutral zone. Sparrow in along the far boards. Roche fires it outside the far circle. Hansen chases it back, sends it along the boards. Outside the near circle, here comes Swanson. Swanson gets it into the neutral zone. Here comes Katie German. Katie German backhands it down the far boards. Cummings trying to get to it. Cummings takes a whack at it, but Joe with it. Joe ends up down on her backside. That fired right back in. Almost had friendly fire there. Katie German in the near corner. 1:40 left to go. Michigan with the 1-goal lead. Swanson
nice
over to Garbady. Garbady coming back deep into the far corner. In along the M boards. Garbady pinned
Try
there.
to put it in front.
Puck
She was rocked.
outside the near circle. Trying to knock it down is Lindahl. Now knocked down
Nice
is
play.
Manganaro had it.
Offsides.
That's going to be offside.
I'm just worried when they lift their arm that they're going to call another penalty.
1:19 left to go here in the third. 3-2. Michigan trying to hang on with the lead.
Fans are on the edge of their seats, Mark.
They are indeed, or standing up on their standing up. Gordon in to take the face off. Malszewski to her left. Lindahl to her right.
Oh, my God.
Shaking things up a little bit. That puck fired in along the far boards. Coming in with it is Dustin. Dustin into the far corner. Dustin
Don't let her shoot.
trying to loosen, covered up. Schiff, good save there. 1:08 left to go here in the third. 3-2, Michigan with the lead. 68 ticks of the clock left here. Face off into the far corner, trying to get it out of there. Lindahl, pop back. Now lifted into the neutral zone. Evans goes back.
Play in the neutral zone all day.
Now bringing it ahead. Gromko has it
Nope.
outside the near circle.
We got
Gromko coming
debris
back
on the
behind
ice.
the goal.
Take
Gromko
your time.
loose
No.
on that far
No.
circle shot.
Oh, you could see it.
And
Turning
they
a
score.
360 top stick side. Just, it's so hard on a goalie when you turn totally around and just launch it. Oh my God, they just don't quit. So here's the killer.
Second game in a row they've come back from 2 goals in the third, late in the third.
And you pride yourself on your defense. Those are not Avery's fault. And here's the thing, they got all the momentum with a minute to go.
Yeah.
And we got to go to a 3-on-3 overtime at this point.
If we can
get there.
keep it with the next 44.8 seconds left to go. I believe Coach Tribbs just took her timeout.
Oh my God.
As this Minutemen team really battling, making it hard on Michigan, as every time Michigan thinks they have a lead, 2-goal lead,
It's not safe.
UMass comes crashing back.
I don't want to be if we're up 3-1, and I don't want to be on the bus when something negative happens here. Oh, man.
Michigan hoping to get a score here, either here or in overtime, to make it a much more pleasant trip down to Rhode Island. I'm assuming you guys are going down tonight to the hotel.
Yeah. We're leaving right after this.
So that's what we're doing as well.
We've already checked out. I mean, from the hotel.
Yep.
I can't say we checked out from this game. We played great. They're just answering.
Absolutely. Malszewski in to take the face off. Lindahl to her right. Hansen to her left. O'Neill in to take the face off on the other side. And this has been a
No matter what, respect to UMass.
really persnickety UMass team that's made it difficult.
First thing I was going to say, persnickety.
Yeah. In along the near boards, bringing it ahead. That Brought in, knocking it away as Pearson
clear the
had it.
zone.
Now that brought back. 35 seconds left to go. Gathered by Little outside the near circle.
Oh, my.
Little moves
That's
it in the slot.
Boy,
and Joy
that
just
was
O'Neal just in the way of Lindahl. That loose underneath the near circle.
shoot.
Izzy German gets it back. 19 seconds left to go. Puck outside the far circle.
Izzy,
you'd
get
love
it to
see a
Izzy. Get
Michigan
to Izzy.
goal.
Okay, Izzy, come on,
German,
please.
high
First one
slot.
ever.
Izzy German, shot club save by Honan. 8 seconds left to go before we go back into overtime. I suppose it's only appropriate. We mentioned all the field hockey overtimes, the Michigan men hockey overtime. We look to be headed for a second overtime game in a row. Into the far corner, Lindahl trying to get it out in front to Hansen, loose and covered up. Still loose, but they blew the whistle. 0.9 seconds left to go. Not much you can make happen here as we look to be headed to overtime. UMass had the 1-0 lead, and Michigan able to tie it back up at 1-1. Loose on the far circle, and that will do it. We're headed to overtime.
Good grief. Oh. This is not easy.
No, they have really made it difficult for Michigan to play in this building.
So I have shots 12 us, 9 them. So pretty even period. But
So, again, as I was saying, UMass scored first, and then Michigan, that was in the first. Michigan able to tie it up in the second to make it 1-1. They were able to take the lead 2-1. That made it 3-1, and you were thinking at that point, you're a little over halfway through the third, you're thinking maybe Michigan can hang on.
Yeah.
But 2 UMass goals, including one 44 seconds
Pride
from the
yourself
end
on
of the
defense.
period,
Yeah.
and we're right back to an overtime game.
Oh, God.
Well, we want to make sure you get as much free hockey as you can, apparently, this weekend.
Yeah.
5 minutes of 3-on-3 overtime, and just hoping that Michigan can put this puck in. Again, it is the just like the second period, both of these teams have the long change.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Michigan going left to right here in this fourth period or overtime period. Out there right now is Ferris, Lindahl, and Malashevsky.
Yeah.
Malashevsky scored. You'd love to see Lindahl just win it, go all the way down, and fire it in.
Yep.
Well,
True
really
that.
anyone in
True
Mason
that.
Blue.
Yeah, I don't care if Avery scores it.
That would be lovely.
Just roof it from the far goal line. I'm not keeping shots in the overtime.
That is fair.
I'm just going to focus. We've got to get some positive energy going.
Arguin in taking the faceoff versus Malashevsky. Trying to win it back. UMass has it down the far boards. Arguin coming in. Arguin top of the far circle as that goes wide to the far side. Malashevsky trying to get
Going to
it.
the net hard.
Again, 3-on-3, so lots of room out there.
This is
Ferris
such a
trying to pick it
cerebral
up.
game.
Still battling as one of the Michigan players lost their stick. Loose, high slot
She can't
coming
see
in.
it.
Little
She can't see it.
is good job to knock that away by Lindahl. As Little has it at the far point. Lindahl trying to knock it away. That right back into the neutral zone. As Gromko has it, poked away, picked up by Ferris at her own blue line. 4:23 left to go here in the overtime. Arguin trying to pull it away from Ferris outside the far circle. Now O'Neal in there trying to poke it away. Still battling as they have it pinned. O'Neal
Open point. Got an
into
open
the far
point.
corner. Goes right back behind Schiff, now underneath the far circle. That's
Trouble
it.
coming the other way.
Trying to go back and along the end boards.
We got to make a change here.
Michigan gets it in along the near boards now. Here comes Lindahl. Lindahl trying to get back past the defense. Lindahl outside the near circle. Lindahl. Well, that poked back into the far corner.
She's tired.
3:45 left to go.
Can't change now.
Racing ahead with it. Coming in is
Sooner.
Dustin, that sticked into the far corner by Schiff. Trying to move it over. Evans, and the puck just gets away from her. Evans outside the near circle.
Yeah, good
Covered
idea.
up
Stop
there.
it. Get a change. That's our original.
3:29 left to go
Julia.
here in overtime.
What do we got? What do we got? Like, get in here. Okay. They're stalling.
So Flazar, Hansen, and Katie German out there for Michigan. As comes back to Little, top of the high slot now, coming in.
Nice block.
Gromko had it, shot there. That was blocked by Katie German. Little trying to put it back deep into the near corner. UMass has really had it in the Michigan goal zone for most of this overtime period. Here comes Lazar down, poked ahead. Coming here comes
I like
Hansen.
this.
Hansen gains his own. Hansen outside the near
nice
circle.
Little shoulder.
Little knocks her off the puck, off the side of the net. Little has it outside the near circle.
Now we got a
Little
3-on-2.
coming ahead with it. That pulled away, racing in as there's a shot and a save by Schiff. That puck into the far corner. Still with it.
Good job.
Put back is, Schiff did a fantastic job saving the game. Back behind that puck, in along the near boards. Michigan trying to get it out of the zone. Now racing ahead. Here comes Hansen. Hansen trying to get to it. Evans knocks it away. Flazar trying to poke it right back in.
Too many,
That
two
puck
on
coming
one.
back
Too
in.
many deep.
As here comes Williams. Shot, glove save, knocked down. As covered up by Schiff.
Man, Avery's playing great.
As she had a player just charge the net too at that point.
And they have really gotten the shots this period. It's overtime.
Face off in the far face off period. 2:21 left to go. It's in the Michigan zone. This what is?
They keep blowing the whistle on his changes. I'm not trying to match, I think.
That's sent ahead. Down, kept right back in as Evans has it outside the near circle. Right into the high slot. Michigan trying to poke it out. Held in by O'Neill. O'Neill outside the far circle. O'Neill.
Oh.
Back to Evans.
She's got
high
a shot.
Slot.
What a save.
blocker save by Schiff underneath the near
snap
circle.
shot.
1:57 left to go. Boy, you'd love to see a Michigan shot out here.
Yes.
All the way back as that moved over. Pulling it ahead. Dunstan had it. Now Dunstan gains his own. Poked away.
No.
Evans high
Don't let her
slot.
shoot.
Evans with a shot. Head into the far corner. Ferris with it there. Ferris lifts it ahead. Malashevsky sends it down the ice.
Tired.
Lindahl trying to poke it away. The puck down the near boards. 1:30
We're down
left
a
to
man.
go.
We're down.
Coming in. Ferris trying to stay
Point
in the
blank,
way.
can't see it.
Loose, and Ferris sweeps it all the way back to the far point where Little has it.
Nice block.
Little holding it in. Little makes a nifty
too many
move,
people
top
there,
of the
nobody in
far
front.
Circle and Schiff with the save. And boy, right on top of her, right on the
All
crease,
by
looking
herself.
for a rebound was Dustin.
All by herself.
1:18 left to go. They have 43 to 43 shots on goal up on the big board. So, boy, Michigan might have a 7-shot lead, but no longer in the overtime.
No.
Cummings trying to get to it. That puck loose on the far circle. Schiff covers it up. Boy, this UMass team is really lit on fire the last 5 minutes of the regular.
You get that late goal. They've got all the energy.
Yeah. Momentum is a real thing as that comes back behind the goal, picked up, coming in along the near boards. Here comes Katie German. Katie German trying to get it right into as that knocked down, racing ahead with it is Cummings. As Cummings had a big collision there.
Yeah.
Little pulls it back behind with 56 seconds left to go.
Yet she's in there making that forecheck. Here we go.
Here comes Carr. Carr outside the far circle. Cummings with a shot that got blocked.
Don't miss this.
Now trying to come back. Racing all the way down is that coming in. Outside shot. And boy, sliding save by Schiff.
She can get side to side. Good for her.
As
30
Ronco
seconds.
had it. There's another shot. 27 seconds left to go outside the near circle. It's been
Coming
all
back
UMass.
late.
As there's a player coming in off of a change. That puck out in front.
There we go.
Now coming ahead with it. Here comes Cummings one-on-one.
She's got the
15
great
seconds
shot.
left.
This would be
Cummings
huge.
coming in. Cummings top of the far circle. Cummings into the slot. Shot wide. A big rebound, but nobody there for it. That goes
6
out.
seconds.
5 seconds coming in. Here comes a breakaway.
Off the post.
It hit the post. Coming back out in front. And we tie it again.
I got to say, based on the overtime, we'll take the tie.
We're lucky for the tie.
We're lucky for the tie. I mean, we shouldn't give up a 3-1 lead, but that overtime, they totally dominated. Schiff was on fire, and we can thank the post in the last 6 seconds.
His shift in the post gets us a point. Michigan 2 points out of the first 2 games, so they haven't been beaten since the first game, but they also haven't won a game in the last 3 opportunities. 3 ties in a row. So,
well, I guess we're pretty even with UMass as far
UMass and Miami apparently. Yeah, we're whew, have mercy.
Wow, my God. Well, fans, I hope you got your money's worth there. I'm going to take a day to recover and make sure I'm up in time for that 7:30 a.m. game.
9:20, folks. 9:20. I promise 9:20. Look, I just want everyone to get up and get fired up, do a little calisthenics.
Yeah.
Get themselves fired up for the game.
You and I go for a run tomorrow morning.
How about 7:20s when I'm going to be at the ring? But anyway, we really thank you for watching and cheering for either of these teams. 2 ties. UMass forces 2 ties at home.
Unbelievable.
And Michigan's going to have to try and beat Rhode Island tomorrow, 9:20 game over at Boss Arena, barring, as long as we don't have any issues connectivity-wise, we'll have that game for you. We'll be on 15 minutes.
I look forward to it.
Absolutely. So for my camera person, James Wiseman, color commentator, Coach Neb, my name is Mark Wiseman. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you bright and early, 9:20 tomorrow from Rhode Island. Take care, everybody.
Go Blue.